Hello there, I'm Danny, and this is a training video for my Beyond Hypnotherapy training. And this is a really brilliant and simple hypnotic induction that takes a few minutes. And I wanted just to show you this before we get on the course, because it will just help you to really soak in how this technique works once you're hearing it a second time on the course. And it'd be good to practice this if you can before the course starts. It takes a few minutes. So this hypnotic induction is called the Body Loop Induction, and it's by Melissa Tears. A lot of things I do are by Melissa Tears. She's an absolute brilliant therapist. Great training, almost as good as my training. Now, what we're going to be doing is going round in a loop. Hence, it's called the Body Loop. And you can see Mr. Hypnosis here. He looks quite happy. He looks quite, he's actually in a trance. He's actually in a very deep trance, Mr. Hypnosis. So I'm not going to disturb him too much. So we're going to practice this now, okay? And then I'm going to explain, sorry, a little bit about exactly what we're doing afterwards. Okay, so are you ready to go into hypnosis? Okay, because if you're not, it won't work. Hypnosis is collaborative. Hypnosis is us working together. All hypnosis is self-hypnosis. Okay, I'm just going to guide you in. And if you want it to work and you allow it to work, then it will work. All right? So, are you ready to go into hypnosis? Good. Now, put your feet flat on the floor, hands on your lap, and then just allow your eyes to close. That's it. Just take a couple of nice, deep, long, letting go breaths. Get yourself nice and comfortable. And we're going to go straight in with this body loop technique. So I want you to bring your awareness to your right hand and just notice what you can notice on your right palm, the fingers, the subtle things, maybe the energy, the temperature, the position of your right hand. Now we're going to start moving around in a loop. So bring your awareness to your right elbow, maybe the inside of your right elbow, then to your right shoulder. And just notice what you can notice. Then move it across to your left shoulder. Sense what you can sense on your left shoulder. And then start coming all the way down to your left elbow, and then deeper down, that's it, to your left hand, your left palm, noticing the subtle things. Now we're going to start moving around in a loop. Right hand, right shoulder, left hand, right hand, right shoulder, left 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 shoulder, left hand. Now, as you slowly move your awareness around, notice now that feeling sinking in a little deeper and a little deeper. That's right. Now maybe bring your awareness back to your heart center, towards the center of your body. Breathe in relaxation and breathe out any tension. And then when you're ready to come back into the room, I want you to take a couple of nice, long, deep, energetic breaths. That's it. And then when you're ready to come back, just open your eyes. Okie doke. All right. So I hope you got a sense of that working now. For some people, it's really, really powerful, this technique. Other people, it's more lighter, but it's a nice little one just to throw in. It can be done as an induction all on its own, or you can use it as a deepener. So we start on the right hand. Okay, now I've played around with starting on the right foot, the right hip, different places. You can start on the left hand, but you've got to remember where you're going. Okay, right. So I've done this before where as I'm doing it, I've suddenly forgot, oh, am I left or right? And then if you go left hand, left shoulder, left hand, left, sometimes you're not going around in a loop if you forget. So that's why I always do right hand, and then I move to my right shoulder and I touch my right shoulder. So I know what I'm doing. Right, so I go right hand, right shoulder, left hand. So I'm physically doing this while they're sitting in front of me. And then it really gets me into the technique. And then I'm kind of feeling it too, this energetic movement, this loop. And then by doing this, it helps me remember where we are. Okay. Why miss out the elbow? Okay. All right. You don't have to miss out the elbow, but that's the way I was kind of trained in it. And the point is, when we're going around to start with, we want to make it really clear the loop. All right. So you put the elbow in, and the elbow is a difficult thing to sometimes notice the sensations there. Hence why you might mention the inside of the elbow. So I really want them to just notice the arm, the elbow, the shoulder, to help their awareness really get into it. But then once we're going around, we want to get a bit of speed up. We want to get that a little bit of dizziness. Not too much dizziness, because I had someone once didn't like that. So I'm always a bit aware not to make someone too dizzy. That's why I miss out the elbow, okay? Because then we get it going a little bit quicker. And they know the route now, okay? Once they know the route, we're going from the, I mean, it's not complicated from the arm to the shoulder, is it? But now they're kind of following that route more directly up the arm. So you can miss out the elbow. One, it makes it a bit quicker. And two, it throws them a little bit. They're like, hang on, he missed out the elbow there. Okay, what else is he going to miss out? Is he going to miss something else out or add something in? So that can then add to kind of their engagement with what's going on. And a little bit of confusion every now and then can be a good thing in hypnosis. It can throw the analytical mind. So you go around once slowly, all right, focusing a little bit of time on the hand, the elbow, the shoulder. And then once you've gone around once, then you want to speed it up. Not too quick. Like I said, I had someone once didn't like that, and I'm always aware. When I do it, I do this on myself. This is the technique I use most of myself when I want to go in hypnosis. And I will go quite quick on my own because I don't mind it going quick for me. But yeah, so you miss out the elbow and go round. And normally go round about 4 or 5 times. You can go around 10 or 20. There's nothing to say don't do that. Except, you don't always know exactly what someone's experiencing. Are they enjoying this? Are they finding it annoying? So 4 or 5, generally that does enough to get them into hypnosis. I know some people just go around once because they find it that effective. Generally 4 or 5 times, okay? And then once I've gone around 4 or 5 times, then it's really important to say, now notice that feeling. I'm not saying what feeling, right? Keeping it quite artfully vague is the term. Notice that feeling sinking in a little deeper and a little deeper. All right. And now I don't want, and then I say to them, keep slowly moving around. All right. After I've done the 5th loop, as you keep slowly moving around, notice that feeling. And I'm often sitting here doing this because I know if I'm doing, and I'm also trained in like Reiki as well, but if I'm doing this and I'm congruent, I'm feeling it, I'm in it, I understand, I get a sense of what they're feeling too by me doing a lot of these techniques whilst they're sitting there. So I then say, and slowly go around, because I've had people say, oh, it was going too quick. So I want them to just slowly go around. You don't have to have the slowly bit, play around with it. And then notice that feeling sinking in a little deeper and a little deeper. And then I often will want to move them away from the loop to something else. I don't want them sitting there. If I go off now talking about something else for a while, they could be sitting there doing this loop for forever, well, not forever, but for a long time, or 5 minutes. And they might not like it. So I will, after 5 loops, say, now bring your awareness to your heart center, to the middle of your chest, and just breathe in relaxation. All right. So I want to move them away from that loop generally after 4 or 5 times, but it's different for everyone. All right. So that's generally the body loop. Right hand, right elbow, right shoulder, left elbow, left hand. Go around about 4 times, and practice this. Practice it on yourself. It's great to practice on yourself, and practice with one of your friends. That's how you learn hypnosis, by watching the demos and then doing it on yourself and doing it on everyone. All right. I hope that helped. And I look forward to seeing you on the training course.